Elevate TV, advancing kingdom lifestyle.
So welcome back to Marriage and Bliss. My name is Kanjagwa. This is a wonderful time that you're coming to your screens and to your home just to speak matters marriage, matters relationship, and how to realign and bring back God's order in marriages and relationships in our generation. We are glad that you have allowed us into your home. And I believe that from here, you will learn a lot of things, because we are always trying to bring the guests that will speak to your hearts, will speak to your soul, to speak to your families and everything that pertains to the family, just as we bring back God's order in matters marriage and relationship. This is Elevate TV. My name is Kanjagwa, advancing kingdom lifestyle. So today, I want us to speak on a topic that most people are shying away from. People are running away from topics that are bringing heart issues that are painful to the heart. And today, I want us to talk about walking through grief and widowhood, because most of the young couples out there, some are going through grief and they don't know how to go about it. Some of them are going through widowhood at a very young and early stage, and they do not know how to go through it to the end and how to heal from it. So today I have a wonderful guest who has gone through it, who has been there and is able to share her experiences and to share things that she has gone through and things that she has seen. And I hope that you're going to learn from this. So get your pen, get your notebook, write down, and it will help you as you're listening. Also engage with us on all our social media platforms at Elevate TV Kenya, at Marriage and Bliss, and I am sure that we are going to learn together from this particular guest. So karibu sana, welcome to this show. It is a wonderful time to just talk about marriage and relationship and everything that pertains to family. So kindly just introduce yourself.
My name is Arlene Sadipo. I am the founder of Havila Collections. Yes, I own a shop in Nyota Building. Yes, 4th floor, 4-2, room 4-2. I sell household items. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So are you on any social media? For you today, I will allow just to mention.
Yes, I'm in Instagram. Havila Collections is my page. Yeah, in Facebook, I have been Havila Collections also.
Okay.
Yes.
So guys, you can go and get her Havila Collections.
Yes.
So tell us about yourself. Tell us about your marriage life, about who you are.
Okay, I'm a mother of 2, and I was married at a young age. It was in 2007. Yes, I was married to one man, colleagues with the Ambo, and things didn't go the way we planned. Yes, his life was cut short. He was very young, at 30 years. Yes. But I thank God because everything happens for good. At that time, I couldn't say that, but for now, I can say everything happens for good because I've really learned widows are going through a lot. One thing I've learned, when you are not in a situation, you can never learn. When you are not wearing that shoe, you can never learn how widows are going through a lot. Yes. I really thank God for everything that I've gone through. Yes. It has not been easy, but I draw my strength from God. Yes. Wow. Anytime I feel down, through praise, through prayer, yes. I've learned to trust God for even the little things, yes.
Even the littlest of things. So how was your marriage life? How long were you married? And maybe just give us a preview of how your marriage was for the 7 years.
Marriage is beautiful. Yeah, marriage is really beautiful, especially when you put God first. But at that time, I was just a church goer. I didn't know how to pray. But the marriage was just going on well. We really loved each other from high school.
Wow.
Yeah, I met him in high school. So marriage is beautiful for me. Yes.
So you enjoyed the 7 years of marriage.
Yes.
So, tell us, how did you become a widow? Because looking at you, you're still very young. And I believe that then you were younger.
Yes.
And so many things happened. So just in a nutshell, just break it to us. How did you become a widow?
Okay. It was on 13th of March 2013. A gang of 20 men came into the house. They wanted they said they wanted Collins Odhiambo. So I was like, why do you want him? They just stay out of this, we just want him. He tried to run away because they were carrying pangas.
Wow.
So when he ran away, they followed him, even as we went to follow. And they started slashing him. Yes, they hacked him to death. Yes.
Wow. So all this is happening and you are there.
I am there.
You are seeing what is happening.
Yes.
Did they explain why they were doing
No,
this?
even after killing him, that man wanted to also to slash me. But somebody just came out of nowhere. Leave that lady alone.
Wow. So somebody came up and
Yes.
just saved you at the brink of that moment. I believe that it must have been so painful. It must have been so painful for you to see the person you love being slashed to death. What was going through your mind at that particular moment?
I was really confused. Yeah, I was really confused that day. I was asking God why. I had so many questions. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I believe that it is not an easy place to be. And guys out there, maybe someone out there is going through something, and it is so difficult on them. It is so painful. They don't know how to express it. They don't know how to even speak about it. So guys out there, if you have this heavy thing that you're carrying and it is so painful and you don't know how to go about it, just reach us on our social media platforms at Elevate TV Kenya, at Marriage and Bliss. There are numbers on your screen. You can just call and you will find someone to pray with you and for you. At this particular moment that all this is happening, do you have children?
Yes, I have two. At the moment, one is in Form 2 and the other one is in Class 3. Yes.
So then they were there.
Yes, they were there.
Did they see what happened?
Yeah, we were all there, so they saw. But I really thank God because when the incident happened, there's a friend that came. She was God sent because I didn't know God that much. But she took me to church. And in that church, the Holy Spirit spoke. Let's take care of those children.
Wow. So God gave you a clear instruction that you need to take care of
and I should take care of myself also.
Wow. Most of the time we are losing it there, where we are taking care of everyone else and we're not taking care of ourselves. And I believe that at that moment it doesn't make sense taking care of you. How long ago did all this happen?
7 years.
7 years ago?
Yes, 7 years.
Wow. Wow.
This is the 8th year.
This is the 8th year. First, this person that saved you, do you know that person?
No, he was wearing white. When the man wanted to slash me, he just stood.
Wow.
And he held on the panga, so it couldn't cut me.
Wow. And you actually saw him?
Yes.
And I believe in all this, so many things were running through your mind. You could not explain what was happening. So this child that saw what was happening, I believe that at that age, he was able to comprehend that these people are actually killing my father. They're actually not out for good. How did you handle that situation for the child?
I took time and talked to her and told her everything happens. It's God that knows why it happened like that. And one thing she should know, that God is the Father now. His Father is in heaven. Yes.
Wow. So you explained to the child that now this is what is happening. And is it a boy or a girl?
A girl.
A girl. Did she? I believe there's an attachment between a girl and the father. There is such a great attachment.
Yeah.
For them, how was it for her and her father?
They were really good friends, and during that time, we even changed her school because we took her to boarding, because that really affected her. But through prayers, these days, she really loved God.
Wow. So now she has learned to appreciate the importance of God and how God is working through her life. Well, it must have been an experience for you walking her through the process, because I believe it was not a one-day thing.
Yeah.
This is something she has seen, and most of the time we are told that when a child sees or hears or does something, then it sticks in their minds that it is not easily erasable. For you, how were you able to walk through the child? Because for you, maybe there were people who walked with you. Maybe that one we will talk about it. But for you, because it is now your sole responsibility to walk through the child to the other side, how was it for you?
For me, it wasn't easy. The day I went to church, I was told, if you want to cry, just close the door and cry to God, because it's only God that understands your pain. So I took that advice. Anytime I wanted to cry, I closed the door and started speaking to God, how I feel. Just throwing tantrums at God. But at least it really helped me.
Wow. And I believe it was something that is now new. It is something that you have not experienced before. You have not seen before. And I believe that you tried to hold on. You tried to hold on to all this that is happening and still maintain your sanity, even in the brink of everything that is happening. So for the child, has she asked for her father anytime now after that?
No, they haven't, because my parents and his parents have been very supportive, especially my dad. Yes. So I told them this, like, that God is a father. Even if they don't have a physical dad, there's a God in heaven. Yes. So I think she just understood. Yes. She never has to. Yes, there's a God in heaven. That is their dad.
That is what you explained to her. That now your father is. Did you tell her where the father had gone?
Yes, I told her that the father is in heaven. Yes.
And now God is her father.
Yes.
This is the one that you have been left with.
And I explained to her also that death, everybody will die. It doesn't matter how you will die, but everybody will die at the end of it all.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
I had to be direct because I didn't want so many questions.
Yes, you
once
had
and for all.
just to explain to her, because I believe that even for you it was a difficult moment. But again, you cannot just let your child be, because it is difficult for you.
Yes.
So you needed to put things straight as fast as possible. Wow. You guys, I believe that this story is opening up so many things. It is opening up so many emotions even out there. There are people who are going through what you went through, and some of them do not even know how to open up to a child, how to explain to this child, this is what has happened, this is where we are, and this is where we are going. And I believe that it is a difficult place to be. And you're becoming an inspiration, not just to those that are watching, maybe to others that will even watch maybe later. And I believe that they will learn from this, because I believe that you have also learned from it. Being that now you are strong, you have held the family together, you have stood in as both parents, you have stood in with different people, and I believe that you are going to be an inspiration to many that are out there. So family always comes in and goes. You have brought in a very good aspect of your dad standing in for you and for the children, because most of the time family leaves us when we need them most. And it is a difficult thing to do because you're running towards them in this grieving moment and they're nowhere to be found. How was the experience first from your own family, then also from his side of the family?
My family really stood out. They were there for me. My sisters were always there with me. But God has been my pillar, because God knows me better than any one of them. He knows the wound, the heart. But his family, they were there, especially their dad. Their dad stood out for us. Anything we needed, he provided. Yes.
Wow.
Apart from being a Luo, they wanted to inherit to another cousins of theirs, but I refused. It was war from there.
Because now culture dictates.
Yes.
How did you take that? How are you able to move and stand your ground that this is not going to happen?
From that time when he died, I started talking to God. I didn't know how to pray, but I started talking to God, telling him how I feel, the way I want things to go. So when the cousin was brought, I refused. I told them that in the Bible it is written, if you are a widow, you should marry in the Lord. Yes. And
Not
they
inheriting.
didn't not inheriting. They didn't take it well. But I really thank God, because God fought for me, despite everything. And after funeral, I was supposed to go and give out the clothes in tradition, but I refused also. I used just to pray to tell God that you are the husband to the widows. So, ikaibika pe utaibika. So, just fight for me.
And at this moment, I believe now that you are not born again. You are a churchgoer, as you have said, and now it is time for you. Your faith, even in God, is being tested. And you've said it very well that you used to go and sit down and talk to God. What will your advice be to someone who is going through something of a similar sort? Maybe not loss of a loved one, but maybe loss of anything, loss of a child, loss of a job, loss of any kind, that they may feel that God is so far away. For you, what will your advice be to them in matters just talking their heart out?
I will say that even after the funeral is the when I gave my life to Jesus. I didn't know much. I usually came for truth mentorship here, discipleship, and all that. I would advise somebody that God is nearer than anything else, because we house God in our hearts, as in our bodies are the temple of God. And there's a God that answers prayers. As in, when you pray from your heart, God will answer, because God looks at the motive. So it doesn't matter what you have lost. And everything happens for good to those that love Jesus. It doesn't matter what you have lost. If it is a job, you will get another one. And there's a purpose why you have lost that one. And for me, I learned that when I lost my husband, I knew that I have a purpose. There's something that God is trying to show me, that He's everything. Yes, because I really adored him, but I didn't know God much. But now that I know God first, everything else comes later. And God is the majority. So it doesn't matter that what people are going to say about me or anything. Yeah, God is the final say, and God is the majority. So if God says no, I know it's no. Yes, so it doesn't matter what you lose. In that grieving process, for me, I say that funeral starts after burial. Most people think that funeral, as in when you're having a funeral, you have so many people. When they have gone away, that's the time that we need them so much. But I learned that just to trust in God for everything. If you lose something, there's a purpose for it. So just look to Jesus, because he has a purpose for that.
you have mentioned something that is very important, that at this moment when after the burial is when now you need people the most, because at this time when you're planning the burial, everyone is around,
Yes.
and everyone is there, and you have everyone that you move, you turn this way, everyone has concentration is on you. But you get to that point where after the burial, everyone is gone.
Yes.
Now you are left, you and your children. You
Yes.
have to find out ways to walk it through and how to get on the other side. So for you, how was the grieving process? Because I believe that when you saw him being killed, at that moment you were in shock, and your mind had not collected everything together. But now after a few days, that is when it starts dawning that this has actually happened, and now grieving starts. So for you, how was the grieving process?
It wasn't easy, but what really helped me is when I just gave my life to Jesus, because he took away that burden, especially the sin. I can't remember that sin anymore. It just went. Yes. And when you are grieving, you should just let go. You should cry. If you feel like crying, cry. I usually cried. I closed the door and I cried. Mi si ule mtu wenye ndalia kama watu wako hapo, utaisikia. But sinye ndafunga hiyo mlango nitalia. So when you're grieving, you should really cry. Cry your heart out. Tell God how you feel. Because God understands. He knows that pain, the pain that you're feeling. Yes, that really helped me.
Just crying it out,
Yes,
letting
crying
it
it
out
out.
of your heart. And did you have someone who was walking with you through this process? Because I believe that as much as, yes, you will cry in the inside alone, that is how people get into depression. And some of them do not even know how to get out of that house, how to get out of that cave that you have entered into. Did you have someone that walked you through the process of grief?
Yeah, that friend that came, she was, I schooled with her. Yes, she usually came to check on me, to talk to me. Yes.
Wow. Wow. And she held your hand to up to the point that you got healed from all this. Because I believe that grieving is something that is difficult.
It's a process.
It is a process. It not only takes a toll on your mind, it also takes a toll on your heart and your body to some extent.
Yes.
Tell us, just give us a glimpse of how you took it during the burial, because now you have you to take care of, and you have this child that understands. The second one was how old?
It was 1 year, 2 months.
1 year and 2 months. So the older one understood what was happening. So how did you, through the burial process, how were you able to take care of you and your child? As much as, yes, people were there, but you needed to take care of this one that can understand.
The small one. My sister usually came and just take her. Yes, and he brought her in the evening. Yes.
Wow. So yeye ndo alikuwa anafanya ile kazi kubwa ya trying to clear mind yake. Anamfungua tu. And how was it on the burial day for the child?
It was really sad. It was really sad. It was really sad that day.
It was difficult for her also.
Yes.
Because now, but someone explained to her what was happening.
Yes.
That now we're going to bury. Wow. Wow. You guys out there, I believe there's someone who is feeling where you're coming from, who understands some of the things that you're talking about on a very personal basis. There are people who have lost spouses, who have lost people in their lives, and they don't know how to even go about it. They don't know what process to take, what lane to take in matters just healing and bringing themselves to a place where they have actually accepted that this person is gone. I don't know for you, when did you actually accept that he is no longer there? because I believe that as much as, yes, you have seen that he's gone, you have seen that we have buried him, you have seen that he has not come home for the first week. You know, that is when now things start dawning. That this person is actually not coming back. For you, how long did you take before you actually accepted that he's not coming back?
It took time. Yes, it really took time. But one sure thing, I knew that God is my husband now. So I should focus on God and take care of these children. Because when I drift away, what becomes of these two children? Yeah, they need my love. Yes.
They need you whole.
They need me whole.
Wow. So that is one thing that made you hold on. That they need you to be strong for them as much as you're being strong for yourself.
Yes. And I wanted the best for them. So I wanted the best for them. I was telling myself where their dad is. Akiangalia chini anaona nini. So I need to be strong. Yes. Yeah, amemaliza yake.
Wow.
One thing people don't understand, when somebody dies, he has finished his. You have to run your race. I have to run my race. And these children, they need they deserve the best, regardless. Yes.
Wow. Wow. You guys will agree and accept that this is a very emotional interview that you are having today. It is something that most people are not talking about.
Yes.
Some are shying away from talking about it because it is a difficult topic to handle. How to go about grieving, and now that you have become a widow, actually it is a different face altogether. And being that it is happening at a young age, right now people are being killed, some are dying of different diseases, some are getting into accidents and they are no longer there, and it is not an easy path to just talk about it. And I believe that your story is encouraging so many people out there. If you're out there and maybe you're going through the same, and maybe you are having these difficulties, you're having these painful moments, you don't know when and how to go about them, just reach to us at Elevate TV Kenya on all our social media platforms, at Marriage and Bliss. Just talk to us, tell us what is happening to you, and we are sure that we will have someone to help you out, just to walk with you, make you go through it until you get healing, until you get to where God wants you to be. Also, there are numbers on your screen. If you need someone to talk to, someone to pray with you, just reach on us, reach us out on the numbers on your screen. Just call us and someone will be on the other side waiting for your call, just to pray with you, to stand with you, to walk with you. And also, if you need counseling, the same number on the screen, you will get the help. We're going to go for a break, just a short break, so that we just absorb whatever as we have discussed. Then we're going to come back after the break. So do not touch that dial. We are coming back to you as we continue with this conversation to know, how was the healing process? Who were the people that helped her to move on to the next level? What can you do out there to help someone to walk through it? And what can you do if you're out there and you're going through it? How can you go through it vizuri? So do not touch that dial. We'll be right back after this short break. See you after the break. right, welcome back. I hope you are learning from what we are talking about today. Today we are calm and collected because we're talking about a very serious topic, a topic that people have not discussed for so long. And I believe that if you were there in the first half of this conversation, you have learned a lot and you have seen through how our guests walked through the process of grieving and the process of widowhood. And I believe that you are learning, and if you're out there and you need someone to talk to, kindly reach out to us at Elevate TV Kenya at Marriage and Bliss, and I'm sure that you will get help and you will get someone to talk to, someone to open up to. Their numbers on your screen also that you can reach us out on. Just talk to us, tell us what you're feeling, and someone will be on the other side just waiting on you to pray with you and to walk with you. So let me bring it back. I believe that after all this has happened, it took time before you accepted that this has actually happened. Then also it took time before you started talking about it. So for you, ulianza kuiongelea wapi? Yani ni wapi ulifungukia uka accept nitaongea kuhusu hiki kitu?
Ilichukua time sana, ilichukua time kabisa. But nilionanga the moment naongea I'm healing. So ile naongea nalia. Lakini naongea tu jua nikiongea nitahil. Jua best yangu alikuwa ananiambia sema yani ukitaka kifeel kuongea ongea tu. Sana kuna alikuwa ananisikiza, she's a good listener. Sasa nilikuwa namwambia vile na feel but nilikuja ku accept. Juna kumbuka kuna time nilisema kwa yani till death do us part, ndio. Sa death ili lead us part. So I had to accept. Na lazima pia ni move on, unaona? Wezi shinda place tu moja.
Na ukaanza kuiongea.
Nilikuwa naongea na lia. Naongea na lia. Sasa sikuwa nataka sagini kuongea juu. Ni time nilikuwa naongea na lia. Sasa nikamwambia God nipe strength. Kwa sababu tu strength inatoka tu kwako. Wewe nipe strength. At least nikiongea, alafu mostly unapata mtu anakuja karibu na wewe, unapata ni widow ama ni single mom. So you have to talk it. Naambia God nikimuongelesha nisilie juu. Mimi najaribu kumu-encourage. Na kuna vile ndamu-encourage nikilia, unaona?
But what was the importance of crying? Hiyo wakati wenye ulikuwa unaongea unalia, ilisaidia aje ku let go of the pain?
Ilisaidia sana juu. The moment nilikuwa naongea na lia. Sasa next time nikiongea hiyo nini stalia hiyo, talia maybe kitu kingine different. It's good by that talk it. Usikae tu hata vile una feel ni poa. That's why hata udema nilikuwa nimeadvise you anytime una feel aje, funga mlango, omba ama lament ama nikulia lia ukiambia Mungu vile unataka. Lakini usilie ile hope ukue hopeless. Lia ukijua kuna hope. It's not the end of the world. Not mostly nikuja ni kulearn as in watu wanaonanga it's my fault, maybe I could have done something. It's not your fault. Mimi nasemanga everything ili happen. Hakuna mtu angezuia. Ili kuwa hivyo. Sasa lazima ni accept na ni move on, unaona?
Lazima u accept
na ni move on
because now sasa